Hey, shalom, shalom, viewing audience. This is Israel United in Christ, and this is the Writings on the Wall radio show.
Radio show.
To my right,
Officer Obadiah. Shalom, Israel. Officer Elijah.
On the Shalom, Israel, I'm Officer David. Shalom.
This is your place for end time news.
That's right.
hey, all praise to the Most High. Hey, IT, y'all all right. All right,
They
y'all
on
all
point
right with
tonight.
me.
Hey,
They got
ready.
the new intro. They coming in strong.
Right.
So y'all all right with me. All praise to the Most High, man. That thing look good. I like it. I like it. What we got? What we got this week, officers?
Hey, on Cap, a lot going on, man. We got on the women playing football. I didn't like that at all. All right, on the Biden is kicking. Yeah, what the hell? On the Biden is kicking out Palestinians out of on Israel, which will bring in World War III, and then Putin is always pissed off.
He's always angry, man.
He's always angry.
Hey, man, why David look so dark today? Get some light on David.
I didn't even. Hey,
Get some light on David. Hey, shouts out to Officer David, man. He did an
I am
excellent
kind of
job.
dark though, Cap.
Yeah, you is looking kind of.
I
Yeah,
like Christ.
You is.
On
But
Burnt in the Furnace?
they're lighting. They're lighting. That's what I'm referring to.
Why you trying to take away my
real
darkness?
quick, bro, I'm trying to give you a shout out. You keep talking. Who does that? I'm trying to say you did a good job. He just keeps going. Let's give a round of applause for Officer David, man. He did good this past weekend with the event out there in Albany, Georgia.
All praise to the Most High.
At the I Am a Man March. Represented very well. So all praise to the Most High for that thing right there.
Yes, sir.
You better say it. All praises. What's new, Officer Obadiah? What's new?
Hey, as Officer was saying, there's a lot going on. And you also have Haiti. There's some stuff going on down there, too. You see how they killing each other, in the most cruel way.
Yeah, man.
Gang violence is rising up. Kidnapping, all these things are still going on, man.
Yes, you yes, officer?
I just want to make sure people understand when he say gang violence in Haiti, they ain't talking about that stuff that's going on in America. He's talking about real chopping people up type
Yeah,
violence. Real
You got to keep it PG-13, so I don't want to,
Yeah, we ain't going to show no graphics like that. But, it's going down over there in Haiti, man. We got to continue to keep our brothers and sisters in prayers over there.
Gotta send our prayers for them.
Yeah, man. So, hey, all praises, man. We back with another show. We about to jump into it. Hey, man, sheesh, the new segment, Coon of the Week. I never thought we would have this much coonery. When you really examine it, I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, this is some mind-blowing, outstanding, coonerific. It's actually kind of scary.
Coonerific.
It's showing you, hey, we almost there. We almost there. All right, play the clip. Oh, it goes right to read it. Go ahead and read it.
City of Houston officially proclaims May 2nd as Megan Thee Stallion Day.
Oh,
the hell is this?
My goodness. Oh, my
Who
goodness.
made this up?
You never thought you would see the day when they give a professional whore
Say it, Cap.
her own holiday.
Right.
Don't make one bit of sense to me.
Now, before we jump into this, Officer Elijah, you ain't said nothing yet. Have you?
No, well, I mean, I spoke on.
Yeah, you did speak a little bit. Say some more on this. I'll let you speak first.
Well, we got to understand that this is straight. All of the great things that have been done on this earth by our people, this is what they want to honor in a war.
Damn.
And it's sad because the Bible says there should be no whores in Zion unless the land fall into whoredom. So what do you think is going to happen now that she's getting a day, she's put on the spotlight, and people look up to her?
So, Officer Elijah, is you saying we had all of these great inventors, you understand? We had all of these great civil rights activists, all of these great accomplishments, but it all goes to trash when you give This one right here, the holiday, man.
We got a Bishop Nathaniel who was woken up a nation.
Come on.
And they want to give a day to this. All she's known for is twerking and some music lyrics that go along with her twerking.
Ah, man. I almost was about to give you a point. Officer Elijah trying to bring us into idolatry, bruh. He trying to give Bishop Nathaniel a holiday, bruh.
Oh, no.
Come on, man.
Wait a minute.
Wrong siren. Abort.
Hey,
That's not a good
that
sign.
one.
But Cap.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, oh.
Go ahead, officer.
But to go along with what you were saying in reference of those activists, you have Malcolm X.
Right.
Malcolm X was one of those that teach us saying, hey, you got to learn to be a man. Mm-hmm. If someone smack you, you should be able to smack them back too. You're a man. You're a grown man. Why should you be running, walking head down? Or better yet, how to be a father.
Right,
showing
right,
all
right,
these
right.
great things. And he died in the same fashion as Martin Luther King, who was saying, let's hold a hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that he didn't do anything. That's not what I'm saying, because he also died for a great cause.
Do me a favor. Officer Obadiah bring out an excellent point. Officer Hezekiah, and try to pull up as fast as you can. Remember that article I sent you when we did the Quest radio show pertaining to Hoover and the FBI? The link I sent y'all.
The J.
Yeah. Tell you what, I'll send it to you right now. Give me just 1 second. Go ahead, Officer Obadiah. Continue.
Yeah. So when you look at it, they show him as a radical activist, that he was extra when he was teaching us how to be men, because we were scared and afraid of the white man.
Right.
And then now you have a woman who used to be a stripper, and they give her a day and don't even acknowledge that brother. A lot of people don't even know about him in school. You mentioned Malcolm X. Who is Malcolm?
He's demonized.
Like what?
He is demonized. And the thing about it, even with Martin, go ahead and pull that up for me, IT. Even with Martin, towards the end, man, he, of course he was for his people, but with the powers that be, it's you can only go so far.
Right.
But at the end, he realized that, man, I integrated my people into a burning bush. Mm-hmm. Now, hey, do you have the article, IT? Pull it up for me real quick. Now, I just want you to read the title, and then we're going to scroll down to goal number 1. Read this.
The FBI sets goals for COINTELPRO.
All right, scroll down. And this is, when they monitored, the different, the Black Panthers,
Right,
Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Nation of Islam, so on and so on. Do me a favor. Is it 1 or 2 where it says Martin? No, yeah, 2. Read 2. Watch this.
Number 2, prevent the rise of a Messiah.
Right, that was their mission. All right. The reason why Malcolm X is not remembered in that light, because he was what they would call a radical. Right.
Right.
All right. He was not in. He never supported the morals of the United States of America,
Right.
which is the oppression of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Right. Now go back to it. Read it.
Prevent the rise of a Messiah who could unify and electrify the militant black nationalist movement.
Read.
Malcolm X might have been such a Messiah. He is the martyr of the of the movement today.
Right, and they made sure they silenced him. All right, Go ahead.
Martin Luther King, Stokely Carmichael, and Elijah Muhammad all aspire to this position. Elijah Muhammad is less of a threat because of his age.
Go ahead.
King could be a very real contender for this position should he abandon his supposed obedience to white liberal doctrine.
There it is right there. That's why they always remember him, because what was he talking about? I had a dream, little black boys and white girls would be holding hands. And that fits their narrative. That's why they gave him that day. But check it out. What is this telling you too? Why you think Megan Thee Stallion got her day?
Go. Right.
Why you think she got her day? Because it goes with the destruction of our people.
Yes. Exactly.
That's what it is. Give me that in was that Psalm 62 and 10? Mm-hmm. Give me that real quick. And then I like what you said, Officer Elijah, as well, about how this would affect the youth. This is going to be a negative effect on the youth. I want to touch that as well. Go ahead.
Psalms chapter 62 and verse 10.
Come on.
Trust not in oppression, and become not vain in robbery.
The Bible says don't trust in oppression. And that's the mistake, going with the ways of white liberals, what they pushed.
Right.
All right, now I want to touch what Officer said about the role models Give me Sirach real quick. Sirach 30. All right. Sirach 30. And start at verse. You can start at verse 10. 9. Watch this.
Sirach chapter 30 and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
Conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness.
Right. So the scripture is telling us not to play with our children. It's very important that we raise them on the proper morals, and our morals come from these scriptures, the law, statutes, commandments, right? Read on.
Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him.
Come on.
And lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end.
Right. So it's telling you, when it comes to the things of today, you can't play with them on everything, man. You got to be able to show them that this is right, this is wrong.
Right.
All right, you went too far on that. I got to check you on that.
Right.
All right. Go ahead.
Give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his follies.
Because in this day and age, like the scripture says in Ecclesiastes 10 and 6, it says folly is set at high esteem.
Yes.
And what is the folly? It's going into the hip hop music.
Right.
That's destroying our people. It's going into all these horrible role models, like the officer was saying.
Right.
All right, read that part again for me.
Give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his follies.
Right. If you ever hear your daughter or your son listening to Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi B,
right,
bro, you better shut that thing down, man.
Right. Got too much liberty.
Right. Exactly. Go ahead.
Bow down his neck while he is young, and beat him on the sides.
And the scripture's telling us how to combat society. You understand? We got to keep our children sheltered from the wiles of the devil, because now it's the norm to be a hoe. And it's going to segue, bro, you know what I'm going into. This is going to segue to our next point in Corner of the Week.
Yeah.
It has not just affected, it is, you see the youth now decaying.
So it's prevalent. Yeah.
Right.
It is absolutely horrible.
Yes, sir.
Finish that for me. Come on.
Bow down his neck while he is young, and beat him on the sides while he is a child.
Come on.
Lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thine heart.
13 is what I want.
Chastise thy son, and hold him to labor, lest his lewd behavior.
This is what?
His lewd behavior.
That lewd behavior. Where do you think they learning this folly, this lewd behavior?
Right.
They learning it from music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Pop culture, whatever it may be. That's where they learning it from. The Bible's telling us we got to combat that thing.
Right. That's right.
Yeah, something on that?
So they getting it from the music, on the television, and on so forth. Real quick, give me Leviticus on the 19 and 29. All right. Because God tells us that we should not be doing these type of things. Read that when you get it.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 29.
Read.
Do not prostitute thy daughter, to cause her to be a whore.
So we finna go into the next segment where it shows it plainly that our people take on the ways of this world, and they prostitute their daughters every single year. All right, this is one example with Megan Thee Stallion, where we take a prostitute and hold her and on high esteem.
That's what she is. Call her what she is, a prostitute.
Exactly. And give her a whole day.
Better
say prostitute. All right, our young girls is growing up to follow this the thing right here, and we gotta stop that thing.
Hey, that was perfect segue. Hey, pull up the next point, the next one we want to touch, the Facebook link. Nah. I want the beginning of it. Show me the post. Yeah. Blow it up. I seen this scrolling. Scroll down for me, please. This is the East Side Senior High School, East St. Louis, Illinois.
Dang.
What the hell?
Bruh, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought it was like a spoof.
Right.
Or like a parody at the beginning, bruh.
It's real, right?
Yeah, so now click on it for me, please. First pick. All right, now, we seen Jake, we seen him do stuff like this. Go ahead. Now, I don't know, hold on.
Too fast.
Now, I don't know if that's a real tattoo on his neck, but you see where that influence is from. You got the blonde hair.
Right.
He trying to look like what? He trying to look like he seeing what he see on TV. These are kids now,
Yeah.
man.
Right.
Like a girl,
16,
too.
17-year-old kids. Go ahead.
It's ridiculous.
No.
Uh-oh.
You what? That's not a boy behind her. That is a butch. That's a dyke.
Yep.
These are teenagers. They not even out of high school yet. Go ahead.
Look in the back, Cap. Them look like parents back there, and they accepting this.
Go back to the other clip.
Them look like parents back there accepting this
They
behavior.
dropping their kids off at the prom. And they like, nobody's like, hey, stop. This ain't right.
Right.
It's like, hey, look at her.
Oh, y'all go have fun.
Bruh, this is insane. You know why? Because their parents are like 29 and 30 years old,
That's
bruh.
right.
And they listening to Megan Thee Stallion.
Exactly. I bet, majority of those parents is like the oldest, probably 35 or something.
Right.
Bruh.
Right. Yes,
True.
All right, go ahead. Keep going. Ridiculous. See, you got the, oh, goodness.
So that's the
Helping that.
auntie back there.
She helping her.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Bruh, these are kids. Bruh, first and foremost, why the school ain't sending them home?
Exactly.
Bruh, you can't. This is a child. She is out here half naked as a child, bruh.
Wow. Thank you, Kat.
Come on, man. Go ahead. This how you know we getting close, man. Go ahead. Keep going.
Better say it.
Oh, my. Bruh, you know what reminds me of this? I don't know if you remember back in the day, Snoop Dogg. He showed up to red carpet with two hoes.
Oh, yeah,
prostitutes.
yes, sir.
So you see? You see the youth, they mimicking what they see, man.
Exactly, yep.
Come on now.
Hey, go
dog.
back to it. I wanna just keep going. I'm sorry. It's just ridiculous when you see it, man.
That's the one that look like rap videos right there.
Bruh, skin tight. You can see everything. She's tatted up like at age 16, 17, bruh. Money, hey, he's holding all that. Well, I can't even say I guarantee it ain't his. I can't say that.
No.
Not this generation, bruh.
Right.
Go ahead.
What is that?
Don't make one bit of sense to me.
Bruh. Come on, Auntie. Come on.
Keep going. Right.
Oh,
Yep.
gosh. Keep it going.
The hell is this?
There's another one. Hey, go back to my brother. He looked somewhat like he got some sense. Not
Somewhat
him. Go
normal.
back.
Go back.
This
Right
one.
there.
That I could deal with that. That was like my generation right there.
Right.
Sharp shoe. You got some shoes you clean. But look at his mama
It's
behind
the
him.
old lady
Look
with
at
her
that.
titties out.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Go ahead.
You got to send her prayers for him.
Go ahead. Oh, gosh.
Not one of these dresses are modest.
Not one. Not one.
No.
Oh, my goodness. She got blue hair. Go ahead.
Right. So this going to result in on the baby mamas, baby daddies, all they going to do is on go to this dance and have sex.
I'm sorry. I never seen
Better
nothing.
say it.
Bruh, I never seen nothing like that.
Right.
These are teenage girls showing their breasts out in
Right.
public like this.
Yep.
How did they even buy the dress? How does this even happen?
The parents get it for them.
Yeah, man. Goodness gracious. Go ahead.
And not baby mamas and baby daddies. You talking about the abortion clinic.
Hey,
That's
we
where
got
they
to get
going
some
now.
scripts real quick. Give me the Isaiah 60 and
That is
Ezekiel 16:44. Just give me those two real quick. Now, it's true, like Officer Obadiah said, it is getting from their parents, man. But you can see, man, that the wickedness, it is impactful. And Esau knows that. The white man knows what they are doing.
Right.
You understand? I don't know. I was a big conspiracy theorist before the truth. I don't know if you know that. But when it came to the late 80s, right, when it came to the introduction of NWA, niggas with attitude, Ice Cube, Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, all of them, right?
Yeah.
Now, it was said by multiple artists, I think it was Busy Bones said it, a few other artists, they say that there's a meeting that took place. There was a meeting that took place with all the major record labels that they were going to come out with this new form of music. Mind you, remember, you had the 60s and the 70s, the turbulent 60s, right? And the 70s with the Civil rights activists,
Right, yeah.
the different groups, the Black Panthers, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, so on and so on. And we were ready. We were ready to pounce on Esau, right? Then what comes in the 80s, the crack epidemic.
Right.
Yep.
But we still was there. We still had rappers that was positive,
Right.
talking about uplifting the people.
Right.
But it said, I can't prove what I'm about to say. I'm just saying it. So don't get mad at me. I'm just saying, watch the different videos. It was said there's this meeting that was had with all the major record labels saying that they're going to push all that positive music to the side and they're going to infiltrate the industry with gangster rap. Their pilot was NWA. And
Right.
since then, look what happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Like people like Public Enemy, they wanted to push them out of the way.
Uh-huh.
Because they was conscious. They was rapping about the government, things like
Right,
that.
right.
Then they just, you got the West Coast, the East Coast rappers, boom, 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 boom. And I ain't gonna lie, I know a lot of people gonna be mad at me, right? Don't get it twisted. I'm from the South, and yes, Yes, we have some good music. We have some good music. I represent, I stick up for the South. But once that mumble rap and all that stuff like that,
yeah, that changed the game.
That was another level. And I ain't gonna lie, like it destroyed us. Gangster rap was bad enough.
Right.
But once that infiltrated, bro, it's like our people they can't even think anymore.
Right.
Bro.
Right.
It's ridiculous, but it's all a design of our enemies. And now we're seeing
That's a setup, bro.
We're seeing the culture play out right here in our youth.
Right in front of us.
Hey, read those 2 scriptures real quick.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 60 and verse 1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth.
That's why we need Christ, man. We need Christ.
Right.
And while, before he comes, we have to be that example. Because our people, man, without these scriptures, without us going to the streets and teaching and putting out all the videos, our people really have no chance in hell because of all of the wickedness that's around us.
Right.
Read that verse again, verse 2.
For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth.
Come on.
And gross darkness the people.
And gross darkness of people, man. Ezekiel 16:44, the backup with Officer Obadiah bring out. Because you're looking at it like, how in the world could a 16-year-old, 17-year-old, a girl, a child, come out the house like this?
Get away with that, right?
This is child abuse. This is prostitution like you bring out in Leviticus.
Right.
That's what it is. Go ahead, read that.
Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 44.
Come on.
Behold, every one that useth proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying, as is the mother, so is her daughter.
As is the mother, so is her daughter. Hey, real quick, just go rapid fire through the rest of those pictures because I want to get to the next 2. Go ahead. All right, so this is like the red carpet up in St. Louis right here. Blonde hair. Oh my God.
What is this?
Bruh. Come on, bruh.
Wait a
Look,
minute.
bruh, this is like
Wait a minute.
this is like Cisco squared. We all knew something was wrong with Cisco.
Right.
We knew that.
Yeah.
But Cisco, he wouldn't just come out and say something wrong with me.
Right,
we
right,
knew he
right.
wasn't right doing cartwheels on the beach and all that stuff like that with his silver hair. We knew he wasn't right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But this brother, in this day and age, is different, bro.
Somebody had to buy that, Cap. Like a
sick of
parent
it.
had to buy that outfit because he can't afford that in high school.
Hey, go back to the picture. I gotta support. I hate to say this,
This
bro.
just ain't the tribe of Benjamin. Go ahead,
Somebody
Cap.
had to tailor that, bro.
Right.
Bro, come on, man. Go tailoring
Come
his
on now,
chest.
dog.
Come on, man. That ain't right.
on,
Now
man.
check it. That's probably not his friend. That's probably his dude, bro. Because what man in their right mind gonna take a picture next to that boy?
And he holding a purse. If you look at the picture, he's holding a purse.
Ill.
He holding a purse.
Go back to the picture.
This don't make
Look at
one
the dude
bit
on
of
the
sense
right.
to me.
He holding a purse right there.
Gosh. Hey, well, glad it wasn't Florida. It was St. Louis. Go ahead. Shout out to St. Louis. Sheesh. Bruh, what? Come on, man. Hey, take this thing off. Take this thing off.
Yeah,
hey, go
that's-
to the next day, man.
For
hey,
real.
We seeing it right before our eyes, man. It's time. We got to wake up and realize what it is.
Yes, sir.
Hey, pull up the next one.
Women can't play football.
Run it back. Oh, gosh.
That's that Palm Bay right there.
Women can't play football.
So this is a bunch of dykes strapped up with helmets
Oh, they
on.
all day.
Yes, you can't go back.
Oh,
If she was playing against, bruh, she would have got torn.
I'm about to
torn.
say, them some sorry ass
That's what I'm
dudes,
saying.
man.
Look at the tackle attempt.
Right, yeah.
What man tries to tackle like that? Look at the person chasing.
Yeah. You right.
I still say
Man.
women can't play football.
Right.
You're all trash, and you just look slow, and you can't be a man.
No.
Hey.
What you
Not
at?
even close.
And you know
So
that's
this
right.
like the WNBA, man.
exactly
Don't nobody
right.
watch that stuff.
Ain't nobody watch that, and they
Ain't no
complain
dunks.
that they don't get paid because don't nobody want to see that.
Ain't nobody want to see
Want to see
that.
that thing, man.
No. Not
What's the
never.
one? Jeremiah 31. You know my script. I like the scripture. Jeremiah 31. You had something else?
Yeah, Dave Chappelle said, if you that good, then there wouldn't be no WNBA.
It wouldn't be no WNBA.
Hey, well,
Hey, I like that. I'm gonna use that.
Yeah.
I like that.
hey, Cap, what's crazy? Our women want to learn everything but how to be a wife.
Right,
They want to
right,
learn
right.
everything but how to get in the kitchen.
Read that out again.
But that goes. Hey, pull up that picture. You know when back in the day you got the sister with the fro. with the white woman. I forget her
Angela,
name. I forget her name.
Gloria Steinem.
Gloria Steinem. Thank you. Pull up with Gloria Steinem.
No, that's the white one.
Yes.
That's what we talking about.
Okay. How but
Gloria
she was over there
Steinem
with
the
sister, too.
picture with the sister with the fro. That's you got to understand. What was that in the 60s, 70s?
Yeah.
Now it's 2022. That act right there. This is the fruits of that.
Right. Yes, sir.
This is the fruits of all of those dykes that we saw
hell
at
is
the
this?
St. Louis prom.
Right.
All right. Gloria Steinem put you got it. Women's rights. You know what I'm talking about with the famous pic with the sister.
Right.
All right, pull that up for me, please, IT.
And he did now.
Nah, they doing good so far. They doing good. I just hit myself with the mic. Still going on. All right,
There you go.
that right there. That thing right there. All right, that is why we got our sisters bugged out of their damn mind, putting on helmets, trying to hit each other.
Come on now.
They gonna mess around, hit each other in the chest, and get breast cancer. Hey, read the scripture, Jeremiah 31:22. I'm serious.
Yeah.
You're right.
They ain't built for that stuff. They can't do that. Go ahead.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 22.
Go ahead.
How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man.
That's a new thing in the earth right there.
I'm sick of it.
Okay, that is a new thing in the earth. That's not the design. Now,
That ain't in the
give
Bible.
me what's the one? Give me the one. Give me Wisdom of Solomon 14 real quick. Watch this. All right. It's what does Scripture say? There's nothing new under the sun, man.
Right.
Nothing new under the sun. Give me Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14, because our people, they don't want to find out. They don't want to hear the correct way.
Right.
All right, give me 22.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 22.
Come on.
Moreover, this was not enough for them, that they erred in the knowledge of God.
You know what caused our people to err in the knowledge of God? Idols, idolatry. Understand, Christianity, the ways of America is all idolatry. That's what this whole country, this whole nation is set up upon. Go ahead.
But whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance.
That's what our people want to do. Instead of learning the knowledge of God, they want to continue to err. They want to say, well, don't tell me that, because they want to continue to fulfill their lust.
Yeah.
They don't want to know a better way.
Right.
Go ahead.
Those so great plagues called they peace.
Called they peace. Now jump down to verse 26, because they want to continue in that idolatry, that wickedness. This is what they do right here. Come on.
Disquieting of good men.
They disquieting of good men. They don't like to see a man that's going to stand up and treat a woman right. That's called a lame these days.
Right.
I seen a brother, I think a brother posted earlier today, sisters is talking about they only use men for sex now. Don't nobody love you niggas.
Right.
Damn.
What? Bro, you thought you would, who says something like that?
That's ratchet as hell.
That's some
Hey,
that's some Polk County stuff right there.
Right.
Damn.
All right, go ahead, read that again.
Disquieting of good men.
Go ahead.
Forgetfulness of good terms.
Forgetful. Don't nobody want to do right. They just want to live it up.
Right.
Got the parents and the young folk out there. Go ahead.
Defiling of souls.
It says defiling the souls. Read.
Changing of kind.
It says changing of kind. The changing of kind is going into what? You got the men wanting to be women.
Right.
You got the Cisco boy from St. Louis. Now you got the sister on the field thinking she could play football now. You had some officer? Go ahead.
Yeah. When you think about that, Cap, how productive can we be if the women want to take the place of everything a man do, like a body? If the foot wanted to be the eye, we wouldn't get nowhere. How are we gonna walk? If the pedal on a bicycle wanted to be the steering wheel, you couldn't go nowhere.
Oh, that brother said stern wheel. That brother said stern wheel right there.
All right.
Stern
You better
wheel.
go ahead, Officer Elijah.
Hey, can I get the script?
Oh, you want to
real
get some
quick?
on that too?
Yeah, I want to get some on the jump up to 23. That
Go
brother
ahead.
said stern wheel.
Go ahead.
But that's old school
Could y'all
right
get the
there.
camera off me, please? You
Hey,
trying to bring out a
jump up
scripture.
to verse 23 real quick.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 23.
Uh-huh.
For whilst they slew their children in sacrifices,
Uh-huh.
or used secret ceremonies, or made revelings of strange rites.
All right, and so this is going into the abortions of today. All right, the sisters is so busy trying to be like the men on the playing football, all right, on doing men role. All right, if they so happen to get pregnant, so they say, hey, I can't have this baby. I'm so busy on the playing football. I got to go to practice.
Oh, God.
That they got to get
Practice?
it. Practice.
Practice?
Are we talking about practice? So I got to go get this abortion. All right, and so people got to get back to their roles.
Right.
The women got to be women on the taking care of the house, on the rearing the children. Men got to be on the men are leading the nation.
Hey, sitting here, what I just thought about when we just talked about it was the parents influence the children. I got to bring this out real quick. All right, check this out. Remember, like I say, Matthew 24, this generation is not going to pass. They're going to see Christ's return, right? Yeah. Check this thing out. I got so much this. Give me Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 13. I want you to read verse through 16. Read a little bit fast. Start Ecclesiastes 4 and 13. Read down. Watch this.
Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 13.
Come on.
Better is a poor and wise child than an old and foolish king.
Come on.
Who will no more be admonished.
So God is telling you, when it comes to, of course, a king and a child, there's no comparison. But God is telling us it's better for a child that's going to listen rather than a grown-up, a king that you can't correct anymore, right? Yeah. Watch this. Come on.
For out of prison he cometh to reign, whereas also he that is born in his kingdom becometh poor.
Verse 15.
I considered all the living which walk under the sun.
So God said, he considers all the living that walk under the sun. Come on.
With the second child.
With the what?
The second child.
Like we saw the parents with their child. So that's the first and second generation. Come on.
That shall stand up in his stead.
Read.
There is no end of all the people, even of all that have been before them.
What is that telling us? Those people keep coming back.
Right.
Those are the same people. That's the cycle right there. Give me that in Exodus 20 and 5. Watch this. Watch this. Remember, he said the generation's not going to pass until the Son of Man return. Give me Exodus 25. Watch this.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
Right, that comes from the first and second generation because they keep getting thrown back. So you got to think about it. We living in the last days. We seeing evil increase at an all-time high.
Right.
So what are we witnessing? It's starting to look like these are the people who crucified Christ.
Right.
These are the people who didn't want to do righteousness. These are the hypocrites right here because, man, oh, man, I never seen nothing like that in my life.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but, hey, I'm just throwing it out there. That's what the scriptures say. Hey, go to the next thing. Go to the next thing. No, we're not wrong. We understand what days we're living in.
Right. Yes,
all right,
sir.
go to the next one. Watch this. We got IT over here running sprints behind scenes.
Welcome to the Pink Palace.
Oh, my gosh.
Wait a minute.
Oh, my goodness.
Wait a minute.
What the hell is this?
I first discovered drag at 13. I didn't know what it was.
At 13.
Hey, stop. Turn that up, IT. I could barely hear it. Don't freeze it right there.
On the wig on me.
Turn it up. I just said turn it up. That's it. You say freeze it. Hell is this? Wrong with IT.
Oh, no.
Hey, play it. I just want you to turn it up. That's all. Come on.
And I'm someone completely different.
I'm so pretty.
These are boys.
My drag
Dudes.
name is
These are boys.
Melissa Shimmer, and she is just a force you could not
Now,
reckon
real
with.
quick. Stop it real quick. There is a point where I want you to freeze it. All right, so get ready. All right, go ahead, play it.
How do I parent a child that wants to do drag?
I never expected drag to be a part of our lives.
Oh my God, these are so cute.
Notice he's taking them there and buying
I
that.
had to prepare for.
Stop. From executive producer Tyra Banks.
Damn.
What the hell is wrong with our people?
Right.
Lord have mercy.
You got some of you look.
Hey,
You look
who man
angry.
is this?
Go ahead and speak on that.
That's how you know we are the children of Israel.
Better say it.
Everything that Israel do, we take it to the max. We don't do basic stuff. That's evil as hell. You know who they're gonna influence mostly? Jake children, the so-called
already
blacks,
know.
Hispanics, and Native Americans.
You see the promo, right?
you know that's right.
You know they normally have seasons. Bruh, you thought what you just saw was horrible. Wait till Jake get on that damn show.
Right.
Bruh.
They take it over the edge, right? Yeah, they take it over the top.
This is how you know. This is that Sodomite sea right here, spoken in 2 Ezra 5.
Right.
You can't go nowhere. You cannot avoid homosexuality anymore.
Right.
You cannot avoid it to the point where nobody's mad. Nobody's calling Child Protective Services on Dwayne Wade for letting his 14-year-old son kiss a boy.
Yeah.
You understand? Go ahead.
But they mad at T.I. for telling his daughter not to have sex.
There you go.
Right.
There you go. Now you got a whole show dedicated to teenage drag queens.
Come on,
Nobody sees anything wrong with this. Nobody. Play the rest of the clip. Play it. Damn.
What I love about drag is the glitz and the glam.
Hey, stop. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey.
I thought that was a girl.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's not, because that's a drag queen.
Right.
That's a boy. That is
ridiculous.
Right. Hey, I'll tell you right now, now's not the time to be playing in this truth. Stepping out to commit fornication.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that right now. Shoot, it ain't like they're growing up and getting gay. They start getting gay from youth.
Right.
So they get good at that thing. And they're going to fool some of y'all brothers out here.
Oh,
Yeah, hey, so this ain't the time to be single, Cap. And so that shows it's targeting on Hispanics or the Northern Kingdom too, because I believe that was the Northern Kingdom.
And look like it.
I mean, it looked like it. So y'all are the people too. They targeting the so-called blacks and the Hispanics. Go ahead.
I don't know if you remember, Cap, on one of our earlier shows, we covered this this group called NAMBLA, who was the
Wait, you covered them.
No, we did a show on like we covered the article over NAMBLA.
You bring that out?
Yes, we but we covered NAMBLA, which is a national group, a National Man Boy Love Association, which is now you can see this goes in their agenda.
Thank you for bringing that out. I never heard of it ever in my life.
Wow.
I may have heard it, but I chose not to remember it. But thank you for sharing, officer. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man. Who would have ever thought you would live to see stuff like this?
Right.
Yep.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Give me a script real quick. 2 Kings, man. Because dealing with our sisters. And it's always, hey, I don't care. Y'all know how it was. Y'all know, and how it is. It's always the dang black woman trying to push that homosexual thing in the earth.
Right.
Destroy people even worse. 2 Kings 23, man. And give me verse 7. Let me show you. Watch this.
The book of 2 Kings, chapter 23 and verse 7.
Come on.
And he break down the houses of the Sodomites.
The houses of the Sodomites. They had their own little gay houses. Go ahead.
That were by the house of the Lord.
That was by the house of the Lord. And let's see who was decking them. Who was supporting those Sodomitish houses? Read.
Where the women wove hangings for the grove.
You see that thing right there? It's always a black woman supporting that damn homosexual agenda, man.
Yep.
And give me the one in Jeremiah, man, 16:12. What Officer Obadiah said. We, our people, always take that mess above and beyond. So check it out. Unfortunately, our people was doing it at this time. Am I gonna go into what tribe of Benjamin did? No, no. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna go into it.
Did.
I don't think I need to. I don't think I have to. So I don't need to go there. But give me Jeremiah 16:12, like Officer Obadiah said. Go ahead.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 16 and verse 12.
That's messed up, Cap. That's messed up. That's all I'm going to say.
I said I'm not going to mention it.
You didn't.
I didn't mention it. Nobody knows what I'm talking about.
It was only 300 of them dudes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's 100,000.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 12. And ye have done worse than your fathers.
That's what it is, man. You never thought you would see it on this magnitude, but it's showing you, yeah, we is the people. Because, look, nobody told... Well, I'm pretty sure somebody did tell her to do it, but she didn't have to.
Right. Yeah.
You understand? She didn't have to do it. She did not have to do it, man. Hey, we're about to jump into the weather real quick because we ain't done the weather in about a month.
Yeah. And there's a lot of stuff that's been going on.
Yeah, so we missed a lot of good stuff that was going around the earth. So we finna play some clips. As you know, in these last days, you're going to have not just the homosexual agenda, not just... wars getting the holidays,
right.
And the world's rising up in war, but the weather too,
right.
You know, this is another indicator to show that we are in the last days. And like Officer Elijah say, this is your place for End Times News. Play the clip. Weather report. All right, we have
The Kansas tornado.
The Kansas tornado. All right, we got some video of this tornado getting busy, ain't it? What you got? See what category it was. Type it in. I don't know what category it is to report on. You see, big old tornado. This happened this week.
Yeah.
This happened this week over in Kansas. All right, go to the next one. See what else we got here. I don't need no article. I just wanted y'all to see. But pull up the next video. What you got?
Yeah, that look like category 2, 3.
You just gonna look at it.
Iraqi sandstorm.
Okay.
Sandstorm.
That's a sandstorm right there.
Yeah, that's a sandstorm. That ain't even a full tornado.
That is not a sandstorm. That is so a tornado.
Tornadoes.
Yeah, that's a tornado.
That? James said that.
These are houses.
Nah, he like what are they? Ron Burgundy off of Anchorman. It don't matter what you put on the screen.
He just read it.
He gonna read that thing.
Just read it.
And there's another that look like it's at a grocery store or something like that. Tearing up everything in Kansas. Damn.
And then they do that to our school system over here.
Sheesh.
Hey, come to the apartment complex.
I think that brother.
Hey, bro, I always love to hear Esau panic, bro.
I know.
I don't know. It just makes my heart rejoice. It's something about that.
Better
Oh, praise.
All right, it's cool, IT. Hey,
You know that's right.
Hey, Officer David said it's a 2 or a 3, so we rocking with that.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
2 or 3. All right, give me the next one we got.
Yeah, I grew up in the 90s with the movie Twister, and those was category 4 or 5s.
So you know what those look like.
Yeah, those are humongous.
All right, I read that.
Iraqi sandstorms. Sandstorms cover Iraqi capital. Dozens of people in Baghdad have been hospitalized with respiratory diseases as a massive sandstorm swept across Iraq. A similar natural phenomenon was also seen in some regions of Kazakhstan on Monday, with highways blocked due to zero visibility.
Give me the one in 2 Ezra 15:27 real quick. So you're seeing it's on American soil. It's over there in the Middle East. So it's everywhere, you know. So understand it's different. Even though this is spiritual Egypt, the difference is the plague's just not going to happen here. That's why we got to watch and pray. We got to watch everything that's going on in earth, right?
Sir.
Read that.
2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 27.
Come on.
For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth.
There it is. The plagues has come upon the whole earth in these last days. What else we got? You got video of that sandstorm, right? All right, go ahead.
Look like a camera filter.
Shoot. You crazy. Damn. I bet you walk outside, you're going to get some dust in your eye.
Hey, for real.
You know what happened when you can't see? Shoot.
Better say it.
You start tripping over stuff.
Right.
Hey, everybody got on swimming goggles.
Man, y'all silly, man.
Walk out in scuba gear.
I don't know. All right, move on from this. You're going to have officers saying some crazy stuff. All right, next. What else? That's it?
Damn.
On the weather? All right, go ahead.
Y'all all right?
All right, read that.
Huge blaze burns across 250
Bring it out.
acres of forest in Russia's Krasnoyarsk region. Local authorities in Siberia.
I give it to James. James
Hey,
is all
James
right.
be trying that thing, bro.
James is all right. Even those difficult words, he make them sound all right.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Local authorities in Siberia have declared a state of emergency, with the situation worsened by strong wind. Around 150 emergency service workers, 40 units of equipment, and helicopters are involved in the operation to extinguish the fires.
Go ahead.
Dang.
That is scared.
Yeah.
Ernie.
Fire upon that.
Because their house probably down there.
Yeah, they're like, I got to get home.
Hey, give me the one Isaiah 29:6, man. So the viewers out there who are new, you got to understand this is literally the hand of God. Understand that thing. Watch this. Isaiah 29:6.
You better read your Bible.
Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 6.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts.
You see that? God says in these last days, the world is going to be visited. Come on.
With thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest.
With storm and tempest, that's what we've seen with the tornadoes, the sandstorms. Come on.
And the flame of devouring fire.
And the flame of the devouring fire. So understand what's happening, brothers and sisters. So we got to make sure we continue to watch. All right, we got a call? You sure? You look unsure. All right, hey, Shalom caller, what's your question or your comment? Hey, Shalom caller, what's your question or your comment?
Well, I want to let you know I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
All praises.
And God allowed me to create a Israelite 12 tribe sneaker for the 12 tribes.
Well, all
that
praises. Look at that.
The 12
hey,
tribes.
All praise to the Most High, my brother. So, hey, do me a favor, man. Keep watching. All right, make sure you keeping these commandments. That's most important, man. And make sure, that you are taking heed to what's coming out. Make sure you're stocking up too. All right, don't put all your eggs in a basket with them sneakers either. All right, thank you for calling in, my brother. Hey, do me a favor. Go to topic 1. Give me topic 1. All right, we got to jump into it. Topic 1. Come on, IT, drop it. Look at that. Look at IT is on point today.
World starvation.
World starvation. All right, go ahead. Okay, world starvation.
Said, go ahead.
Go ahead. White House Food Conference.
Just give you a compliment. Go ahead.
Press it.
Ooh, there you go.
Okay.
This is CNNpolitics.com. White House will host first food insecurity conference in 50 years.
Now that's concerning, right? It says White House. That's the big white building in Washington, D.C.
Right.
Yeah. Where your boy Jim Crow Joe stay at, right? Yeah. Now, scroll down, please. Go ahead.
President Joe Biden will convene a White House conference in September focused on ending hunger and improving nutrition across the nation.
That's kind of hard when you keep burning down food factories, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
A White House official told CNN, as the U.S. sees higher rates of food insecurity amid the coronavirus pandemic.
Read.
The last time the White House hosted a conference focused on food insecurity was more than 50 years ago, when President Richard Nixon hosted the White House Conference on Nutrition and Health in 1969. The landmark event led to expansions of the food.
Oh, we got a caller? Hey, Shalom caller, what's your question or your comment? Keep the time rolling. Hey, Shalom caller, what's your question or your comment?
Yes. I was wondering if did you hang up on me or get disconnected?
No, we said Shalom Osai and Christ bless. We still running the show. You trying to advertise your sneakers, man.
It's designed for the 12 tribes of Israel.
Praise to the Most High. And you sell them sneakers with conviction. Sell them sneakers, bruh. But not on here. Click. Go ahead. Go ahead. Read the. Come on, IT, help me out now. Read it.
The White House Conference on Nutrition and Health in 1969. The landmark event led to expansions of the food stamp program and the school lunch program. Creation of the special supplemental nutrition.
Hey, man, hold on, man. All the officers is laughing, man. Put the camera on the officers, man. What y'all laughing for? Y'all ain't right. Not just one. These brothers got spirits on them, man. What are y'all laughing about, man? We're trying to do a show. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Wouldn't be the sense to me.
We good, Cap.
Y'all good?
We good.
Come on, man. So food insecurity, man. Hey, all right. So what y'all laughing about, man? What happened, man?
The sneakers, man.
The sneakers?
Hey, the sneakers. Hey, the sneakers might. Hey, the brother called back. The brother was like, hey,
I know
hung up on me, bro.
I know we got disconnected. I want to finish my advertising.
I get these damn sneakers off, bro. Hey, they might come in handy during the famine. They might have to run, bro. You don't know how good these sneakers is.
Right.
Hey, who man is this?
Yeah, it's him? Man, come on, bro. No. We not doing that, bro. We not doing that. We got to teach the people the end time. We got to bring out the news for the people, man.
We teaching the people. Come on.
Oh, gosh. All right, go to the next thing after that. Pull up the topic bar again, man. Oh, gosh, they started the time all over. What's wrong with IT today?
Come on,
we got to know what time we at.
I've been doing good. Nah.
Yeah. Make it go back to what it was, please. Now, pull up plunged into starvation. So y'all got to help us with the time because we're not at 20 minutes. Y'all get what I'm saying, right, IT? All right, help me out. All right, pull up the next one. Plunged into starvation. Come on.
Plunged into starvation.
War plows on, but the fields where seeds should have been planted remain empty across Ukraine. The consequences for global food supplies could be catastrophic.
This crisis could throw up to 1.7 billion people, over 1/5 of humanity, into poverty, destitution, and hunger on a scale not seen in decades.
Ukraine and Russia are known as the breadbasket countries. They are rich in fertile soil that feed people across the world. Between them, they account for something like 30% of the world production of wheat and barley alone, 1/5 of all corn, and more than half of all sunflower oil. Food prices are already increasing. There are difficulties finding some basic items, but there are warnings that there is far worse yet to come.
Stop. Now, it says there's warnings that there are far worse yet to come. Now, mind you, I think we touched this a few times with Russia and Ukraine becoming the breadbasket is something new on the earth, but not to them. Not to them, particularly Russia. They've been preparing for this so they can make their move. Right. Think about it. Think about it. Russia counted the cost before they invaded Ukraine.
Right.
They knew exactly what to do. They knew sanctions would come.
Right.
They knew they had to be stable in order for them to make the move. IT, we good? Oh, we don't care. We're not picking up the phone for sneakers. All right. Now go to Russia steals from the Ukraine. Okay? Because she said more to come. Watch this.
YahooNews.com.
Come on.
Russia steals 400,000 tons of grain from Ukraine to spark famine warning.
You see that thing right there? So all of this is by design, man. The general public just finds out after the fact.
Right.
Okay? Read on. Read some of that, please.
Ukraine has accused Moscow of stealing 400,000 tons of grain in regions Russian troops are occupying. Vladimir Putin ordered his troops to invade Ukraine in February, but after failing to take over the capital city of Kiev, ordered a new offensive in the southeast of the county in a bid to fully take over the Donbas region. Ukraine is a major exporter of grain and sold 44.7 million tons abroad in 2020 and 2021, making it the world's fourth largest supplier. But since Russia invaded, the volumes of exports have fallen sharply, and the United Nations has warned 1.7 billion people worldwide would face poverty and hunger due to food disruptions as a result of the war.
Now, hey, go back, please. Scroll up. It says 1.7 billion people worldwide may face poverty and hunger due to food disruptions.
Damn.
Y'all, we have to see it for what it is.
Right.
This is going to happen. You have some, Officer Elijah?
Yes, sir. Give me Ezekiel 5 and 12 because God had already told us this was going to happen. The lady in the article before said 1/5 of the earth. Let's see what God said. Read that.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 5 and verse 12. A third part of these shall die with the pestilence and with famine.
So God said a third part going to die with pestilence and famine. That means that like the diseases like the diseases that's popping up on this earth and famine is going to take a third, not 1/5, 1/3. God done gave us the numbers. Read.
And with famine shall they be consumed in the midst of thee.
Read.
And a third part shall fall by the sword round about thee.
God had already told us what the end goal is going to be. So all we got to do is just pay attention and prepare yourself.
Hey, all praise to the Most High. Do me a favor, pull the topic bar back up. Let's see what else we got left on that. Yeah, can the world feed itself? Pull that up, please. Can the world feed itself? Yeah, read that.
This is YahooFinance.com. Can the world feed itself? Historic fertilizer crunch threatens food security.
So we're seeing Russia made their move. They're backed by China. Remember, they got all the 70% of the rice in the world.
Right.
They ain't really worried too much. You feel what I'm saying? That's why they're speaking so boldly. So now, not only do we have food factories, was it like 54, something like that, worldwide, burning down, being destroyed. Right, we'll probably skip it today, but you got recalls, tons of food being recalled, just being thrown away, burnt, whatever it may be. And now to set it off, go back to the article. It's talking about, can we go back to the article, IT? Please. It says, can the world feed itself? It's talking about historic fertilizer crunch threatens food security. So if you don't have fertilizer, how are you going to grow the food?
Right. You can't grow.
So talking about not only will the food supply be cut off, you're not going to see the reproduction. It's going to be a lot. That's going to be a lot of death. That's what it's going to be. We have to get that in our minds now. The warning has already been put out there.
Right.
Now, you talked about pestilence. Give me the last one when it says pandemic task force. Then we're going to jump right into topic 2 for time's sake. Read that.
Bill Gates calls for global pandemic task force. The WHO is currently the only body that can create and manage a top-notch multi-domain team of health experts to detect, prevent, and battle future pandemics, according to Microsoft co-founder Gates. Just days before his new book, How to Prevent the Next Pandemic, is set to hit the shelves, Gates warned.
Stop. So take that down. It says how to prevent the next pandemic. Well, guess what, brothers and sisters? There's going to be another pandemic.
Yes, sir.
Who writes the book? Come on, man.
Hey, Cap, you got to think about it. Bill Gates he's over Microsoft. What does he got to do with pandemics?
He's a computer guy, right?
And the thing is, his agenda was to depopulate the earth. He's already made that clear. So he's got 0 instances of saving lives. What is he going to save?
What's he going to save?
You know what I'll say? With all what you see going on, a lot of Jake right now, so-called blacks and Hispanics, they still go and party.
Oh, you know
they
it.
Still,
I'm going to prom.
Yes, doing all this foolishness instead of preparing themselves. Like a bunch of Edomite, they preparing. They try to start stocking up, creating bunkers and doing all this stuff, having guns ready, knowing that war gonna pop off soon when people are gonna start looting each other's house, and then. Here we are. We have no idea what's going on.
Right.
We don't even watch the news. We don't even know anything about the war. We want to go to war fighting Ukraine, not knowing that
I was with you until you said we.
We. Jake.
Oh,
Israel. Yes, that was the topic.
Turn it around.
That was the topic all along.
We got it.
That was the topic all along. Jake.
Oh, praise.
Excellent. I will remember that.
Yeah.
It was not a deduction. It was a addition.
All praise.
Topic 2, IT.
Putin wants to push the button.
Putin wants to push the damn button.
You know he wants to push
Putin
the
ain't
button.
play no games, bruh. No games. With nobody.
I like to see Trump and him going head to head.
Yeah? Hey,
I know Trump would
say
want to
it.
press the button too.
Trump say, I'll push the button for you.
I'll push something for you.
Who can press it first? I got it.
Nah, you ain't lying about that.
Ruben push that button.
What's the first one? Go ahead. Actually, skip that. Go straight to China's NATO tweet. Start there for the sake of time. All right, go ahead.
Not an inch of NATO's present military jurisdiction will spread in an eastern direction. Memorandum of conversation between Mikhail Gorbachev and James Baker in Moscow, 9 February 1990.
1990. So that's America's promise saying, NATO's promise saying that, because, NATO's an extension of America.
Mm-hmm.
That's them promising that they will not expand NATO towards Russia.
Right.
1990. All right, go back, and let's see the two maps together, side by side. Is there any way that we could zoom into that?
Lies.
Look at this.
So the one on the left is from 1990, and the one on the right, is that from 2019?
Yes.
Right, so did NATO hold true to their promise?
Of course not, Cap.
Of course not.
No.
The Bible say that they are truce breakers. Give me that in Psalms 55 and 22.
Mm-hmm.
I think somebody's going for a W today.
Hey, he is. He on fire. Look at him.
Psalms
That's
55
Quincy's
22.
finest right here.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 22.
Read.
Cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous.
55 and 22?
No, I think you want
21.
20, yeah. Oh, so 21. Verse 21. The words of his mouth.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, that W. Go ahead. Read that.
Oh man.
The words of his.
Start at 20.
Verse 20.
Sit your ass down.
He has put forth his hand against such as be at.
Go ahead.
Oh snap.
Go ahead.
He has put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He has broken his covenant.
That's the part I wanted. He's known for breaking his covenant. He did it to the Indians. He continued to do it. That's in his spirit, to break his covenant. Any word he makes, he's gonna break it.
He's gonna break that thing.
Better say it.
Hey, you ain't lying. He gonna break that thing. Go to
Can you dig it?
There's another article with China that should be after this. You know what I want? Pull that up, please. It's not on the list, but it should be what China's leader said. All right, yeah. This is it. Read that.
Express.com.
Scroll down, come on.
NATO will not expand 1 inch.
Hey, bro, you got to listen to the tone of that. Exclamation marks.
Right, yeah.
He didn't say we're in negotiations, we're in talks. No, he said, I'm telling you right now, I dare you to extend. I dare you to go further east.
Right.
Go back.
Damn. NATO will not expand 1 inch. Xi sends furious warning as China backs Putin.
Boy, if Moab and Asia, if they ain't getting bold, boy, oh boy, the Bible is a true book.
Yes,
that's
sir.
right.
Wait till Ishmael tag along with that. This is it.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Go to Jeremiah 48 real quick. I'm just thinking of a script because they getting real bold.
Mm-hmm.
No, that ain't the one I want. So go ahead. Keep reading.
The Chinese government has previously backed Moscow's narrative, opposing the expansion of the NATO military alliance, which has been one of the Russian leader's key justifications for the invasion of Ukraine. Vladimir Putin has long accused NATO members of using the alliance to undermine Russia and demand the group reverse its expansion eastward shortly before he launched his invasion of Ukraine on February 24th.
Now, I found it. Go to Jeremiah 48 and 11. The main point I wanted to bring out on this particular article, China's NATO tweet about what we just read. China speaking boldly, because their partnership with Russia. All right. Just showing you where this is coming from, showing you that it's biblical. Read that, verse 11, 48 and 11. Read that.
Jeremiah chapter 48, verse 11.
Come on.
Moab have been at ease from his youth.
You see that? Moab's been at ease, all right? So they've gotten comfortable. Come on.
And he have settled on his lees, and have not been emptied from vessel to vessel. Neither hath he gone into captivity. Therefore his taste remained in him, and his scent is not changed.
Right, so he's only going to wax worse and worse and worse. That's like a child. If you don't correct the child, they get bolder and bolder and bolder. And that's why you see China rising up the way they're rising up right now. Do me a favor. Go to the Russia's nuclear principle. Go to that article real quick.
Russia strictly follows principle that nuclear conflict is inadmissible. Senior diplomat.
Inadmissible. That's not a it's not a typical black word. So I need you to pull that up. Inadmissible. Pull that up for us. Inadmissible. So we can get an understanding on what that means. Okay. You got it? All right. Blow it up for us.
Inadmissible, not to be allowed or tolerated.
Not accepted, allowed, tolerated. So let's go back to the article. Scroll back to the top.
Russia strictly follows principle that nuclear conflict is inadmissible. Senior diplomat.
So they're saying they're not going to tolerate it. Do me a favor, for the sake of time, because we only got, 20 minutes now? I want the next article that says, can U.S. stop Russia? Give me that one real quick. All right. I'm trying to squeeze it in, y'all. I'm trying not to rush. All right.
OperaNews.com. Can the U.S. stop a nuclear attack from Russia? USA capabilities just a fantasy.
Go ahead.
The invasion of Ukraine by Russia has brought the world much closer to nuclear war. Can the U.S. deter a Russian nuclear attack? Russia's state media presented a simulation of a nuclear strike on Ireland and the United Kingdom earlier this week. Should the situation in Ukraine spiral out of control, the audacious broadcast has elevated the stakes for nuclear attacks. Dmitry Kiselyov of pro-Kremlin channel, one presenter dubbed Vladimir Putin's mouthpiece, demonstrated a hypothetical attack by the unmanned underwater vehicle Poseidon off the coast of Northern Ireland and Scotland. There's no stopping this underwater drone, the host stated. It carries a warhead with a yield of up to 100 megatons.
All right, so what do we know? We know, of course, Esau in general, that's how they rule. But understand, America, don't get it twisted. America's still ruled by one of the dumbest people on the face of the earth, right?
Right.
But don't sleep for 1 sec. Don't think that America ain't got weapons.
Right.
All right. Don't think that they not up
Better
on
say
that.
it.
All right. I know what you see in the media. They talking big, but just, on the other side, they got some sense.
Right.
And we know by Bible prophecy, Russia, this conflict is the start of World War III. We know that it's going to be the EU that turns their back on America.
Right.
And that's how it's going to be annihilated. Right. All right. It's not just going to be one nation that takes down America. That's not how it's going to go. According to Bible prophecy. Okay, this is just a start. Now, give me the response to that. Because remember, they're prideful. Right. Esau's very prideful. All right, you got it? A U.S. superior. It's the video. All right, play that.
It's the best reporting I've done in my career, Killing the Killers. Because everything you read in that book, you don't know. A lot of it classified information.
Pause that real quick. He said, "Killing the killers." That is funny to me. All right, because America refuses to admit that they're the evil on the earth.
They are the killers, right?
They're the killers. Yeah. All killers. Go ahead.
A lot of it happening right now as we speak, and Americans have no blanket idea about the weaponry that we're using, about how we're knocking back terrorists all over the world. And I think that we, the people, should know what's going on. So that's why I wrote Killing the Killers.
And so, Bill, is it going to, encourage us? We're good at going after the killers. That's the sense. It's 11 years ago, I think, we got bin Laden. So this is going to make people have maybe a bit more confidence in their military and their government even now?
Yeah, and that's the relevance of that, because Putin is saber-rattling about using nukes, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. The weaponry of the United States is far beyond anything that Putin has. If we chose to, we could wipe him and his government off the face of the earth in less than a day. We have those weapons in space right now aimed right at Vlad. And Americans have no idea. How we track down
they do now.
People like al-Baghdadi and Soleimani and Boko Haram leaders. It wasn't reported because there was no way that reporters would know about it, number one, and could report on it because it's all national security, number two. So we got access to the national security stuff. It's in the book. And I think it will reassure Americans about how powerful our country really is, Greg.
Now, so, we always, every week we're given developments, but we know. Yeah, let's read that a little bit, just so we can refresh the viewers' minds, about the Russia situation. This is just the beginning, brothers and sisters. What's that, Revelation 17 and 16? That's what I want.
You better read your Bible.
Come on.
The book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 16.
Come on.
And the 10 horns, which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore.
Right, the 10 horns is going into the European Union or NATO. Go ahead.
And shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire.
And burn her with fire. Now, right now, I mean, you haven't. Oh, the only country that you've seen like 50-50 is France.
Right. Yep.
France has openly made comments, and you can kind of see like, it is a matter of time. Who knows? I don't know if they're all going to do it at the same time or one by one. We'll have to see how it plays out. But we do know France is on the borderline. But according to Bible prophecy, all of the EU and NATO, they're going to turn on America. Read on.
Verse 17. For God hath put in her hearts to fulfill his will.
Right. God has put in their hearts to fulfill his will. Meaning what? America ought to be destroyed. Babylon, that great harlot, that great whore that sitteth upon many waters. That is God's will. Message. Why? Because he set up this kingdom to be the most powerful kingdom on the face of the earth, similar to how he did with Egypt and Pharaoh. Okay? So he did that to show his might. All right? So he's going to have the NATO turn on America to show that there is nobody mightier than God.
That's right.
And you know, to take it up a notch, you know, when you read, give me the 2nd Ezra 13 and 30, to take it up a notch, you know, when the Most High is doing this to show his might, the people who knock off America, these are going to be the same people who turn to fight Christ when he returns. Actually, stop. You don't even have to go to 2nd Ezra 13. Just stay right there in 17 and read verse 13. Watch this. Say the same thing.
Revelation chapter 17, verse 13.
Come on.
These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast.
Right. It's talking about NATO, European Union. They all in one accord with America. They're going to give their power to America. Read.
They shall make war with the Lamb.
Right. So they're going to kill, they're going to knock off America, right? And then after that, World War III, when Christ returns, makes his appearance, they're going to leave the battle to go fight Christ. Read.
And the Lamb shall overcome them.
So showing you thought America was the most powerful nation, right? You thought America was on top. So he's going to have those who was in confederacy with them, like it says in Obadiah, they're going to destroy America. And then the people who used to destroy America is going to try to fight Christ and the host of angels, and they're going to get the business. So he can ultimately show his might on the earth. Right. Finish that out.
For he is Lord of lords and King of kings.
Read.
And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful.
Let's get a most high round of applause for him.
Praise.
All right. All right. And every week, Biden's always doing some crazy stuff, so I just want to play the Biden video. He's funny, bro. Biden's hilarious, man.
Hey, who man is this?
Play that.
Before Russia attacked, we made sure Russia had javelins and other weapons to strengthen the defenses so Ukraine was ready.
Stop.
Whatever.
He's spilling the beans here. Joe, I don't think that's the part you're supposed to tell, but we all know. We all know. You know, they're doing this to create the propaganda, but they're showing you how corrupt everything really is. They got Jim Crow Joe spilling the beans out here, showing that they're all behind closed doors, they're all in cahoots.
Right.
This is the spirit of the Most High that's being poured out on these people. It's going to be revealed who the devil is, like it says.
You're going to learn today.
That's what's happening right now in these last days, all right? So let's go to topic 3. Let's wrap up, man. We're almost done for today's show. And then Captain Sakar with FCN is coming on next at 8:30.
That's right.
Topic 3. Go ahead.
Nations in panic.
Yeah, nations is bugging out. Play that first one right there with Beijing.
This is AlJazeera.com. No end in sight. In Beijing, fears of Shanghai-style lockdown.
Damn. Hey, I'm sorry. Where's that video where it shows? Tell you what, you read that, and I'll send you the video. Hey, my mic stand just broke. Come on, IT. Come on, help me out. Come on, help me out. Hey, put up the article.
Beijing, China.
Yeah, that was bad. Go ahead.
When Zhao Huan received a notification that his Beijing neighborhood would be locked down from the evening of April 25th, his first thought was getting back to his convenience store to get supplies. Nearly 2 weeks into the restrictions, Zhao's store has become a lifeline in his community of about 500 people. Although delivery services have continued throughout the capital, as many as 200 residents visit his convenience store every day to buy food items, drinking water, and other necessities, driving daily sales close to pre-lockdown figures of up to RMB 10,000.
Hey, do me a favor. Actually, take that off because Beijing, they've been on lockdown for some time with the pandemic over there. So it's showing that there's a possibility that's going to be extended. All right? So think about it. If a lot of them, they were prepared for that, okay? A lot of people started committing suicide. A lot of people died of starvation and are still dying today,
Right.
to this day.
Yep.
All right, just to show you that all of these nations are being touched. Could you post that video I just posted, IT, about the famine? I don't know if y'all can make that any bigger. Okay, do me a favor. Scroll up. I want to see where this is taking place. Can y'all show the reader what is? Take the disclaimer off real quick, please, so he can see it. Don't play the clip though. I want. Isn't it? It says people in. I want that portion. I want the text. Okay, gotcha. It's really small. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Read that for me, please.
People in Jingzhou, Henan province rushed to buy food and necessities. One intersection was truly blocked.
All right, yeah, play the clip now. Make it bigger, please.
That look like straight chaos.
Right. This is over there in China. This is the promise of China. That's why they're getting plagued right now. They're getting plagued right now.
If an ambulance in that crowd, they dead.
But this is how we got to think about it, brothers and sisters. All right, this is happening in one of the biggest cities in the world. One of the biggest cities in the world. Damn. Why can't this happen in America? Yeah. So when we see this, we have to realize this is coming over here.
Right.
This is coming to the islands. This is coming to the UK. You understand? This is coming everywhere. No matter where we scatter, we're not going to be able to escape. You know, that flee doctrine is like the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah.
Right.
You ain't gonna flee the plagues because it's gonna cover the whole earth. All right.
So you're gonna flee America and go to China and be stuck in that traffic. Be crazy.
Damn. Yeah. Read. I'm sorry, not read, but what's that? U.S. interest rates. Let's touch that.
This is APnews.com. Rising interest rates in U.S. will hinder foreign economies. When the Federal Reserve raises interest rates, as it did Wednesday, the impact doesn't stop with U.S. homebuyers paying more for mortgages or Main Street business owners facing costlier bank loans. The fallout can be felt beyond America's borders, hitting shopkeepers in Sri Lanka, farmers in Mozambique, and families in poorer countries around the world. The impact abroad ranged from higher borrowing costs to depreciating currencies. It will put pressure on all types of developing countries, said Eric Lecomte, executive director of the Jubilee USA Network, a coalition of groups seeking to reduce global poverty.
Now, this is going into, scroll back to the top. The interest rates, it's not just going to affect the home buyers here in America. Understand what's the monetary, what is it called? The IMF, the International Monetary.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's the F stand for?
Fund.
Thank you. International Monetary Fund. Remember, man, America set that thing. Okay, right. So when the inflation is affected here in the States, it's going to affect the whole world.
Right.
Yep. Okay. Touch the oil prices. All right. So right now, I know I was talking to like a realtor friend of mine. He was talking about the average price right now is going to be like a minimum of 5% when it comes to the interest rates. Damn. And it's only going to continue to rise.
Right.
It's only going to continue to rise. I heard from a financial friend of mine. He said it's projected within the next 2 years, and I'm not playing, that it's projected to go to 12%.
Wow.
Within the next 2 years. All right? Dang. So just imagine what that's going to do to the world's economy.
Right.
We got famines. We got all this interest. We got inflation. Brothers and sisters, the best thing we could do, get our spirit right.
Yeah.
Give me Psalms 18 and 23 again. I love the scripture right here. We got to keep away from sin because we could prep. You know, we don't know what the days behold. You understand? We just got to make sure our spirit is right. We do need to prepare for what's to come, but ultimately we got to prepare our souls, right?
Right.
All right, read it.
The book of Psalms, chapter 18, verse 23.
Come on.
I was also upright before him.
We got to make sure in these last days we upright. So that means what? We have to stay focused. Okay, we got to stay focused on these scriptures, watch and pray, because we understand how easy it is to get tied up in lust. So we got to keep our focus, actually increase our focus in these last days. Come on.
And I kept myself from mine iniquity.
That's the key. We prepping. We getting ready for the famine, the pestilence, all that stuff like that. But most importantly, you could prep all day. But if you constantly sinning, if you constantly in the midst of sin, that prepping is not going to mean anything, okay? You might live a few more days or whatever, but ultimately we know what the judgment is for those who are in the midst of sin, okay? From there, go to oil prices rise, all right? Then we're going to touch on the situation in Haiti. Go ahead.
This is yahoonews.com. Analysis, rising oil prices by Iran, time in nuclear talks, officials say.
Mm-hmm.
Emboldened by an oil price surge since Russia invaded Ukraine, Iran's clerical rulers are in no rush to revive a 2015 nuclear pact with world powers to ease sanctions on its energy-reliant economy, 3 officials familiar with Tehran's thinking said. Last year, the Islamic Republic engaged in direct talks with the United States as a route to canceling U.S. sanctions that have gutted revenues and dramatically worsened economic hardships for ordinary people, stirring discontent.
Mm-hmm. And it's showing you that's all America, because America understands. They want to keep them restricted. And that's showing you America's arm, and it's going to segue into what we're about to touch as well. America has the power to make you a third world country.
Right.
Yeah. All right, that's all they got to do. It's, all right, you don't want to do what we say, we're going to put this on you. We'll put these sanctions on you. Go ahead.
You're a bully.
Yep. Go ahead.
While the ultimate aim is still to resurrect the deal and so have sanctions lifted, the Iranian officials said soaring oil prices have opened a window of opportunity for Iran by increasing revenues, giving the economy months of breathing space.
Right. So why? Because they provide oil. Okay. Now, all right, just want to give a quick update on that because we got about 7 minutes. Let's go to the conflict in Haiti. Let's go to the conflict in Haiti. Pull up the first article, please.
Haitian families flee homes as violence flares in Port-au-Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Haitians in the capital of Port-au-Prince fled their homes on Monday as gun battles broke out between rival gangs, according to Reuters witness, following clashes between armed groups that killed at least 20 last week.
That killed 20 last week. So, Officer Badai, I know we was talking briefly before the show. Officer Badai looked like he just woke up from a nap. Put the camera on him. This brother be over here napping, bro. We were talking earlier, about the situation over there. Go ahead and speak on that because we see, the gangs are uprising. What do you think the cause of that is? Where's that coming from?
A lot of time when you see a third world country that can barely eat, and next thing you know, they have a lot of guns, a lot of bullets. When you see these things, it makes you start ponder. You start wondering
where they get it from.
What's going on? Where they get those guns from?
Wait a minute.
Every uprising that always take place in Haiti always have something to do with America. They have some hands on it, some sort. And that started way back. Since they went down in Haiti, they used some random excuse to invade the country. Well, guess what? It's still going on. What they do, they'll go ahead and give the people guns. You have thugs that got nothing better to do. Mm-hmm. Now, here you are, you providing them guns. Hey, I'm giving you guns, but I want you guys to go to war.
Right.
And what do you think they're going to do? Yes.
They're going to kill each other.
They're going to kill each other for anything to survive. And they're already ruthless already. And worse, you see worse and worse. And I guarantee you, this is not it. The most I got is Jack and Levi up.
Lord have mercy.
This is similar to what we saw in the Middle East. Well, we've been seeing it all throughout history dealing with America.
Right.
To push their agenda. And remember, Haiti got their independence. All right. They got their independence, but America primarily made sure that they would never rise up. So they still have their hand right there in Haiti.
Great point you make out, Cap. People that don't understand, America is very strategic in their move. The reason why they make sure they keep a close eye to Haiti since what happened in 1804, 1803, they knew what Haiti did could spark Judah to wake up. They were like, we got to make sure we shut this down ASAP to show that, hey, if you try that over here, that ain't going to happen. Mm-hmm. So by them doing this, showing the cruelty, what they did to Levi, because any of y'all, if y'all don't know, you could look up what happened in 1915. Some of the atrocity was they would dig a hole, and then they put the person in there and then pour syrup so they can get eaten by fire ants. Those are the things that they were doing.
What the hell?
So to show that you got no power. But the main focus was on Judah, so Judah don't wake up or got scared, panic, and back off. But guess what? It's too late.
Hey, I say this for our brothers and sisters that's over there. Hey, stay safe, be vigilant. We're praying for y'all. Right. Praying for the Most High, protect our brothers and sisters over there.
Bring it on.
Yeah, we about to close out, man. Officer Lodge, you had something to say. You had something on that?
I did.
You good?
Yes, sir.
Okay, David, you want to make a last push for your?
Yes, sir. So on the just what's going on and on the Haiti, that happened on the 60s and the 70s with on the Judah. On here where they would drop off the guns, like the officer said, they would jump off on the guns and the drugs and the hoods, and on the Judah would get those, and so they wouldn't be thinking, and they would use the guns to kill each other.
I don't like the way you said Judah.
Right.
Well, or the so-called black man, the African Americans.
Remember they had a KKK man got on there and say we don't have to kill them ourselves. All we got to do is give them the weapons and let them kill each other.
Give who the weapons?
Us, the so-called blacks. Oh, Judah, okay. Benjamin, and Levi.
Okay.
Hey, well,
I said the same thing.
All praises, man. Hey, all praises, man. Another show. Well, it's that time. It's that time.
It is that time.
So I'm gonna go back and look at this and see if the winner matches with the fans. So I'm the fans, the viewers out there that's on YouTube and Facebook. Now's your time to put in your votes for the officer of the day.
All you Benjis.
All right,
Benjis, rise up, Benji.
All right, can we get some excitement from IT
on the
sound
Benji,
effects?
Rise up, Benji.
Put the camera on Obadiah, Officer Obadiah. So everybody who think Officer Obadiah should have won, type Officer Obadiah.
He just woke up.
All right, if you think Officer Elijah should have won.
Hey, he say some crazy stuff.
Officer Elijah.
Wow. So if you think Officer Elijah should have won, what is wrong with the cameraman? If you think Officer Elijah should have won, go ahead and type Officer Elijah.
That's all Quincy, Florida right there.
Judah. All right.
All 1,500 people
going to vote for you. If you think Officer David should have won today, type Officer David.
Benji, rise up, Benji. Rise up.
It's not only Benji.
Can anybody see YouTube, man? Can anybody see that?
Yes.
Is anybody typing? Anybody? You know,
yes,
Jake.
Yes, sir.
People typing?
Are they typing? Yes, Are y'all keeping track of all the Benji?
Oh, shit.
Huh?
It's 1,500 for him though in Quincy, but I know.
Oh, dang! Officer David winning.
He winning.
Hey, that's how we gonna do it now.
Hey,
we gonna let the viewers vote. So I ain't gonna lie to you. I was gonna give it Officer Elijah. I was, but today by unanimous decision,
that's on the Judah bias.
By unanimous decision, we got to give it to Officer David.
Officer David.
Hey, check it out. Put the camera on me. Hey, get the camera off of David, man. But he got to split it. He's got to split it with IT.
Hey, y'all was on point.
It's on point today.
Y'all was on point. All praises. I split that. All praises.
All praises.
Damn, you got some hard hands.
Hey. So all praise to the Most High. Hey. Soon as hey, all praise to the Most High, man. All praise for another show. This is Writings on the Wall, brought to you by Israel United in Christ. To my right,
Officer Obadiah.
Shalom, Israel. Officer Elijah.
All right, Israel. I'm Officer David. Shalom.
And Lord's will, we'll be back with another show next week. And with that, we say
shalom. Shalom, Israel.